New gameplay trailer leaks, a few words from the devs about the new trailer and chapter, a secret new monster, and so much more. Yeah, we're diving into all of it in this crazy video. This one's gonna be the last before that long-awaited gameplay trailer finally drops. We've been waiting for a week now. By the way, the trailer's dropping today, so let's gear up, stay hyped, and get ready to watch it. And tomorrow, you already know, I'm breaking down every single detail. Unexpectedly, instead of another colored circle, Mob Entertainment decided to surprise us with 3 screenshots from the new trailer, and I totally lost it over how stunning the graphics are. Seriously, I had a feeling the new chapter would be higher quality than the others, but this? It's insane. The first screenshot takes us straight into the prison, which is where we're gonna face off against Yarnaby. I gotta say though, why does Mob slap their logo on everything? Like, sure, a big logo on the entrance or inside makes sense, but labeling every single container? Weird flex, but okay. Now let's talk about Yarnaby. He looks phenomenal. I couldn't stop staring. Also, judging by the player's hand, it looks like we'll be fending him off with some sort of shooting mechanic, similar to battling those little critters in Chapter 3. Oh, and this cracked me up. In the Twitter comments under Mob's post, some people seriously thought the thing next to Yarnaby was a new monster. Guys, come on. It's just a regular spotlight like the one on the left, except this one's either broken or super dim. And here's the big takeaway. Yarnaby officially belongs to the prison, confirming that this is going to be the main area we'll explore in Chapter 4. Even with several new locations teased, the prison is the centerpiece. The second screenshot backs this up. Each sector in the prison has its own number. Now, here's the eerie part. Each sector houses dozens of prison cells, and there are at least 32 or 34 sectors. That means this location is massive. It's terrifying to imagine how many kids were trapped within these cursed walls. And considering there are way fewer monsters than prison cells, it's unsettling to think about how many test subjects perished during Playtime Co.'s horrific experiments. And if the Doctor's trailer only showed us 2 children's games, now we know the kids also played basketball. At first, I was sure this was the main entrance to the prison, but now I suspect it's just a play area for kids from 4 neighboring sectors. We also remember how Harley was disappointed with Experiment 1166 and decided to isolate it, causing Yarnaby to completely lose his mind and only respond to Harley Sawyer. The third screenshot seems to lay it all out for us, showing the infamous isolation chamber where Yarnaby, let's just say he's not the sharpest tool in the shed anymore. But here's what really scared me to death. His size. He's massive. Like, I expected him to be much smaller after that trailer, but nope. This dude is enormous. We also see a microphone Dr. Sawyer used to communicate with the experiment, and something that looks like a camera. I'm not 100% sure about the camera though, so I'll hold off on jumping to conclusions there. Get ready for a fun fact. Apparently, we're the ones who free Yarnaby, and instead of giving us a grateful hug, he decides we're dessert. That's when this terrifying scene happens. Some fans even thought it might be a new hand since the left hand kinda looks like a purple hand. That's a lot of hand mentions, huh? But don't worry. It's just light and shadow playing tricks on you. That mysterious hand is nothing new. It's something we've already seen before. As promised, let's talk about the new monster. Everyone was caught off guard by that Twitter post featuring a hat. With one simple move, the devs officially confirmed the existence of a pretty intriguing character in Chapter 4, Dowie the Doman. For a while now, we've been teased about a monster that resembles a clown and has a unique hat. And even though there's no officially confirmed teaser or image yet, almost everyone's convinced that we'll finally meet Dowie the Doman in Chapter 4. And as I promised, here are the new messages from the devs. I'm not going to say much about them since they pretty much speak for themselves, but if you've got thoughts, drop them in the comments. I'm waiting for each and every one of you. On top of that, we've got some solid clues that Harley Sawyer is going to be the main antagonist in Chapter 4. We'll even get to check out his office. Exciting, right? But there's this one character I brought up in my last video that folks seem to be sleeping on, and honestly, that's a mistake. Apologies for bringing this up again. Only a handful of people caught that part of the last video, but this theory is way too interesting to ignore. Let's dive into the possibility of the prototype being one of the antagonists in the new chapter, because there are some pretty strong reasons to back this up. Throughout the first 3 chapters, the devs kept feeding us hints, references, partial reveals, and everything else tied to the prototype. They even showed us the Hour of Joy, which was carried out thanks to and under the leadership of the prototype. And let's not forget Poppy's little hint that he needs to die for it. Oh, and his bold entrance in the catnap scene, all of that was practically screaming that Chapter 4 would finally be all about the prototype. We'd get to see what he looks like, figure out his goals, and find out why he hasn't straight up killed us yet. But instead, we've got Pianosaurus, Yarnaby, and Dr. Harley Sawyer. Doesn't that seem weird to you? Like, to me, it's crazy. You can't just build up this massive expectation that the prototype's gonna be the main antagonist of the next chapter, then totally leave him out. But here's the thing, it's not over yet. We still haven't seen the game trailer, and I'm seriously praying that at least one of his massive fingers shows up in a frame. Swear to God, if that happens, I'll breathe so much easier. For me personally, the prototype is the biggest mystery of Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 right now. But what about you? What event or character has got you the most curious for the next chapter? Let me know in the comments. We already know a lot about Harley Sawyer, and the fact that he's the creator of all the monsters at Playtime Co. isn't exactly a secret anymore. Along with everything else, Dr. Sawyer also supervised Experiment 1006, aka the prototype. And while he never seemed to have any issues with the other experiments, the prototype? Yeah, that one turned out to be his kryptonite. Let's check out some excerpts from his report to really get a sense of this.
Experiment 1006. The prototype.
Ready to talk now, are you? I possess
a question.
Go ahead.
Do you feel anything?
This question was fun to once, exactly.
You stick us,
Beat us.
tear at flesh.
Do you feel it? But there's a secret inside you, 1006. Valuable beyond all measure. Regardless, I learn something new about you every day. It excites me. Thank you. You thank me. Absolutely. I learn something new about you every day.
I'm pretty sure something like this won't go unnoticed in Chapter 4, but what do you guys think about it? So that's it for today. Take care, everyone, and until next time,